What's that word mean? Did you know?
Okay, I'm an author. I'm also a holistic therapist and a mindfulness coach and stress management and relaxation consultant. I wasn't always working in holistic therapies. I spent the last 30 years or so working in corporate, but it's something that wasn't really my calling. I always felt that there was something else that I needed to do. So the last few years I left my corporate job and I wrote my book, Your Thoughts Matter, and started to work in holistic therapies, helping people manage their stress, anxiety, and hopefully, you know, achieve their goals that they want to achieve. I would say definitely go for it. It is scary. You know, we are in jobs where, you know, we need it. We're working for the money, and I was in that sort of position too. But definitely go for it, and it doesn't have to be all or nothing. You can actually achieve your dreams and your goals a little bit at a time. You know, while you're working in a job that you may not like, you know, start a course, do something that interests you, just something that you love to do. You know, definitely follow your dreams. That was a very long time ago. I would say almost 20 years ago, actually. You know, talking about following a dream, it's something I've had, I wanted to do for a very long time. But, you know, it's hard to find the time when you're working full time. I was also sole parent, so that took up a lot of time and energy. But I never gave up on the idea. I thought one day I'm going to do this. So little by little, I sort of started to put the book together, and finally I was able to achieve my goal. I did a lot of research actually, and talked to quite a few people about different options. But I actually trusted my intuition really, because the options I felt didn't really feel right. They were either very expensive or it felt like I had little control over what I wanted to do. So someone told me about Busybird, and I thought I'll check that out, and I just felt that it was right. I felt that, you know, it was affordable, but at the same time, you know, it would give me, you know, the ability to publish it the way I wanted to publish my book, and that was really important to me. I think it's like a family, actually. It's very supportive, and you just feel like it's not just about, you know, publishing your book and that's it. You get other support. It's wonderful having, you know, other workshops to go to. The open mic nights are great. It gives you an opportunity to practice talking about your book or talking about your writing, and it just feels like a supportive family, which is what I really love about it. Yeah. Well, when I had the idea for writing a book, it was really come about because, you know, life wasn't always easy for me. You know, like I said, I was a sole parent from the time when my eldest was 2 and my youngest was only 3 months. And for me, it was, you know, a very difficult time, but I felt that it was important to have a really positive outlook. And I started to do a bit of research on this too, and and sort of came to the realisation that's not really what happens to you in life, but it's really how you react to what happens and how you respond and your attitude towards it. So, with that and with my growing interest in spirituality as well as quantum physics, which I found to be quite similar to spirituality in some strange ways, I thought that I really would love to share that with people. So that's the idea for the book. So that's my book, Your Thoughts Matter. And the subtitle is The Future You Are Creating Starts Now. But I didn't want to just do a book. I thought about how I should put it together, and I've done it as reflections and affirmations. And the main reason for that is that I wanted people to be able to make the changes in their own life. So not just about reading my story, but about being able to make the changes themselves. So with the book, I sort of published a reflection journal as well. So people can actually read one of the reflections, read a chapter in the book and jot down their ideas in the journal and see how that changes over time. And as well as that, I've got a set of cards, affirmation cards. And my idea with the cards is that, people can perhaps daily or weekly just choose a card. Perhaps they can then read that reflection in the book, write down their ideas in the journal, just so they can actually start to make the changes themselves in their lives. So that was my idea for the pack that I put together. It's been really good. Everyone who's read it said that it's really helped them, and it's actually has started to help them make changes in their own life, which is actually what I wanted. For me it's about helping others, but inspiring them to really achieve what they want to achieve, and really follow their own goals, whatever that may be. Which is why I'm also sort of now working on another anthology project about inspiring people to really follow their dreams and do what they've always wanted to do. It started when I was talking, back in 2 years ago, I was talking to a friend of mine, and we were just talking about our lives and being, women in our 50s, and she said that she actually felt almost like her life was over, that it didn't have any meaning anymore, that her kids had grown up and there was nothing much left. And I thought, surely she wouldn't think like that. Because for me it was quite the opposite. It was like, now finally it's my time to do what I want to do. But she was so almost depressed in the way she was thinking. So I thought, do other people feel like that? Do men also feel like that? So the idea of writing an inspirational book came about. But for me, it wasn't just about my story or my ideas. It was about, okay, what do others have? What other inspirational stories can people share? So the idea of the anthology came about, where I'd get together other co-authors who share their stories about, overcoming difficulties and pursuing their dreams and passions, and it is just about ordinary people, inspiring others to achieve their goals.
So when can we expect to see this project finished?
I am hoping towards the end of this year, hopefully November. It's really exciting, actually, and sometimes it's just day-to-day living and you don't really pay much attention, but just occasionally it's brought home to me. Example, I was in a coffee shop the other day and someone recognised me. They'd seen me online and they knew I was an author, and they were so excited, and it kind of took me by surprise because I didn't expect that. And she was so happy. She even gave me free coffee, and I thought, well, it does actually impact other people's lives when they read the story. So it actually made me feel really honoured to be able to do that. I always believe the future is one of possibilities and opportunities, and it's about saying yes to those opportunities, even though you might feel nervous or or not quite sure. So I think, definitely writing is part of it, but, helping other people, inspiring others is really what I want to do. And I'm going to be doing that in different ways. It's interesting, I thought that there's some work I want to do in corporate as well, perhaps doing some work on mindfulness or something like that with the corporate world. I would just say, just do it. I mean, just if you are wanting to write, just write. And definitely Busybird would be a very kind of very approachable way of doing it. I think it's really just something that if it's in your soul, just do it. And if it takes 20 years like it did for me, it doesn't matter. However long it takes, just go for it. Well, I've got my website, which is thethoughtconnection.com, or on Facebook. I think I'm Instagram as well. Just follow your dreams. Live your truth, and just go for it.
Thank you for the interview today.
That's all right.
Did you know?
Hi everyone, did you know that we produce a little anthology of short stories called Untitled? This was actually our very first publication about 10 years ago. So we are now we've done 7 issues altogether, and we're going to be open submissions on the 3rd of September, closing the 31st of October for short stories. So if you have any short stories, keep an eye out for that being open so that you can submit your short stories and get published in our next edition. Thanks. So we have just set our dates for the rest of our program for the rest of the year, all the way up to December. We have got lots of great workshops. We have publishing options. So if you're wondering what to do with your book, whether to go self-publishing or traditional publishing, this is a great one to work out the best route for you. We have life writing. So if you're writing a memoir, or even if you're writing a non-fiction book but there's an element of life writing in it, that's a really good workshop. We actually have a 10-week session called Your Right Time at Busybird Publishing, and that is so that you can come into our studio and write. So it's a very dedicated time, 10 weeks in a row on a Monday. We also have our regular Publish for Profit, which is on the first Wednesday of the month. And we have quite a few great topics which will help you with your publishing and your writing. Topics such as write a book synopsis, your book pitch, get more reader reviews, blogging for writers, and metadata for books. We also have a weekend-long book camp. So that is going to help you write and publish your book. So the whole weekend we're going to be working intensively on how to get your book ready, written and ready for publication. And we have our writing retreat, which is a little bit more special. That's at Karma King Lake in August. And the early bird for that finishes on the 20th of July. So all of these workshops with all of the content, all the details about it and prices are on our website. Thanks.